Hi, we are Alex
and Katya
from the Union Street Journal, and this is what happened this week at Creek.
We had quite a few articles come out.
Majority of them were done by us.
That is true.
Slackers, really.
Okay. Anyways, so starting us off with A&E Arts and Entertainment, we had a review of Severance by Mr. Peter Philpott. Mr. Peter Philpott.
I'll explain the premise because you
Okay,
told me about it.
yeah.
So basically, you have this person who goes to
it's more than one person.
I'm explaining
the place.
Okay. So I'm explaining the premise of the show. So basically, you have a bunch of people who go into an office building and work there. The thing is, they have part of their brain like cut out to the point that when you go into the building, you forget about everything about you on the outside. So you're just there to work. And then the same thing. So when you go back out, you forget about everything that happens at work and you just live your life outside. And so it's kind of about how people don't like that. They want to like try and interact with their self on the outside, and it's about the duality of their characteristics. It has a 97%
Rotten
Tomato, which is literally insane.
The review is really good. You should read it if you've seen Severance or if you're interested in it. Next up, also by Peter Philpott. He was working this week. The first, what's it? Installment.
Installment? Are you sure it's an A?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm 100% sure. Okay. The first installment of his column, Peanuts and Cracker Jack, which is, you guessed it, about baseball. It's called Small Ball is Dead.
I had to read this. I say had because we'll go on later as I list that I don't like baseball. So if you like baseball, and only if you like baseball, read this article.
It's
very lingo heavy.
Yeah, you got to know about baseball to know what's going on in it. Personally, we do not.
And we do that because out of free will. We do it because we don't want to know about it. Anyways, basically the premise is how he's writing about how the MLB is too focused on home runs and not enough on bunts, where like, okay, so when you're swinging,
it's when you just
swinging
let
and
it
then
hit
and the ball just hits and you just like let it, So not enough on the less exciting things. And also base steals. He wants us to appreciate base steals more.
I feel like base steals are exciting from the limited things I know about them.
Well, they are exciting, but they're not as like,
trickery.
but it's like the running between and it's like the,
yeah. Well, yeah, it's like, it's a little trickery because like, if somebody's got the ball, someone's not paying attention, you're just like,
yeah, but he's saying that they focus too much on like pitch speed.
Yeah, I know, not enough on base steals. I'm saying like more base steals would be good. I think that would be interesting.
That would be really cool.
Boring.
Let's be honest here.
Yeah. Who would want a bunt instead of a home run?
I like bunt cakes.
I made a bunt cake on
Monday. Really? What kind?
It was a peach bourbon upside down bunt cake.
And you felt like not sharing it with me?
I'm sorry, it was like really sticky. I couldn't really bring any to school for.
Okay.
And I also made maple chai scones.
And you couldn't bring those either?
They're out.
You're remaking them.
I'm sorry.
And you're bringing them. Thank you. Also, the sweaters and the sweatshirts are because it is finally cold.
Finally!
And I'm so excited. And I felt a gust of wind and I'm like,
oh my goodness. I walked outside after first period. I was like, I'm not being baked alive.
I know, it
felt
so
good.
nice.
It felt incredible.
My friend Kate and I, we went and we got French food at this new French cafe. It's called La Belle, and it's by Sprouts. Anyways, so we got our croissants. We were sitting outside. It was gorgeous. She got a cappuccino. Yeah. I'm like,
oh my god, that's perfect. Personally, I got a pumpkin spice latte.
Ooh.
I really enjoyed that. That was just a fun little moment.
I feel like it's a little too tasteless for the French.
Well, for the French, I know, but I'm like my lunch. Yeah. I had a pumpkin spice latte.
From where?
From Starbucks. Well, because we walked to lunch. We didn't have.
Dunkin' has better pumpkin spice lattes.
How are we gonna get to Dunkin' from here? Isn't the closest Dunkin' like?
No, it's on Arapahoe.
Yeah, that's like
they have a drive-through. It's really fast,
but it's like a 15-minute drive there.
Yeah, and then you eat in the car, and then you like hustle back. It's worth it. It is worth it.
Not worth it, in my opinion.
Okay. Anyways, next, speaking of things that I have opinions on, new column created by me called The Hateful Eight, Eight Things I Hate. Every week, I'm going to come out with a list of 8 things I hate and explain why.
This column will never end.
Probably will not. This week, I talked about my 8 pumpkin spice latte haters. Haters, not pumpkin spice lattes. The haters of pumpkin spice lattes.
People that don't like pumpkin spice lattes.
Caramel. For those of you who suck. School colors being black and red. Now, we got a lot of comments on this on Instagram. People like, our school colors are blue and red.
It it threw me off a little because like I was expecting it to say like our school colors.
Yeah, I think a lot of people just
blank.
kind of like skipped.
Yeah,
you
but
know?
then I had to like reread it. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah. DJ Khaled. We'll get to that a little bit later.
We will return to that.
Oh my
topic.
god. No. Cowl necklines. If you were a girl last year, you know what I'm talking about. My sister read my article and was like, this you sent me a screenshot of my post last year for homecoming. It was me. I'm reformed. What can I say?
People change.
People do change in good ways. The lack of paper towels at Creek.
Oh my goodness.
That bathroom right out there. I wash my hands, do a little scrubby scrub, come out, fingers drenched, no towels.
Because the air dryers are so like.
There aren't air dryers in there.
In that one?
There aren't any.
Jeez.
So
And
there's
even
no
the
air dryers.
Even the air
no
dryers
towels.
they're like most of them are so weak, and you'd have to stand in there for like 2
And they're
minutes.
cold.
for them to
I'm
dry.
like-
yeah, he would be way more effective.
And so we have a paper towel roll over there specifically for that reason.
I didn't know that.
I did because again, lack of paper towels.
Right.
Baseball.
Baseball.
I cannot articulate in enough words how much I dislike the sport of baseball. And I think the fact that people argue with me about it and are like, well, you should like it because this, and this reason makes me dislike it more. Does that make sense?
Yeah, because what other sport do people do that about? If you're like, oh, I don't like soccer, people aren't like immediately like, oh, but there's people that run.
Yeah,
And like people
that's
don't do that.
true.
Like that's not so much a thing for other sports.
I think it's because they know how much people don't like it, and
Yeah.
so they're immediately defensive. And I'm
Yeah.
like, look, I am not about to
it's not
convert.
helping your case, baseball
Yeah,
fans.
no.
It is not helping your case.
Now this is a hot take. The eighth hate was Crocs. Now I really don't like Crocs. You should not have your toes out in any situation. I'm not done. And also, like, what if there's a breeze come by? Do your little pickies get cold in your socks?
Okay, that feels nice.
What?
Okay, I am strongly against no socks with Crocs. If your bare feet are in those Crocs and there's like squelching rubber sounds
Stop.
happening, like when your feet get sweaty, no, absolutely no. Don't speak to me if you're barefoot in Crocs. Crocs with socks, I'm okay with. I don't see an
They
issue
also
with
look
Crocs with
so
socks.
ugly.
It's like, well, I feel like you're not gonna wear it on a normal occasion, but if you're like going out in like sweatpants and like a t-shirt, like
So I
Crocs
wear
are fine.
slides.
I mean, yeah, it's the same effect as slides, really. Same effect as Birks. Like,
Yeah, but I have more issue with it just being worn out in public, like to school.
I don't mind it because school, like, for most people, school isn't like a fashion show, you know. So they're just gonna wear whatever's comfortable.
That's gonna be my
Like-
next hate. It's gonna be, please stop wearing dusty ass clothes to school.
I will never
Pop
stop.
over to a thrift store.
It's comfortable. If I'm sitting
You
in
can
a chair
wear
8 minutes, a
cuter
day,
outfits that are
8
also
minutes,
comfortable.
8 hours, but I don't want to. Nothing's gonna beat the comfort of some sweatpants and a sweatshirt, in my opinion.
I would disagree.
And some nice sneakers that are like broken in and like they probably
Oh,
look
that's
awful, but
true.
like they're.
Anyways, the top hate of the week, drumroll please. DJ Khaled.
I agree.
Woo! The one thing
I
he's
agree.
gonna win with that album.
We will
The top hate of the week.
return to that.
We will return to that. Oh, another thing by
Next
me!
up, another thing by Alex. This is a review of, apparently it's pronounced Leve. It's spelled
Laufey.
Laufey. First studio album. I'll let Alex talk about it in a second, but it did come out in my section. Should be a teenage girl classic. That is the statement here. Personally, it's not really like my vibe. It's giving like, I didn't actually listen to all of it, but from what I've heard, it's more of like a Mitski vibe.
I would
than,
agree.
say like a Taylor Swift vibe. You know what I mean? So if you're like, I think that's kind of two ends of the spectrum. There's the Taylor Swift and there's the Mitski, and Leve is definitely on the Mitski side.
I would agree. So I've liked her for a while, and I was really excited when this album came out because I was like, I'm reviewing it. It has a very jazz inspired feel, and
Jazz
that's
is so
because
good.
she loves jazz.
I love jazz.
Like she literally has a song with a Philharmonic.
That's spectacular. People
It
need
was
to do
actually
that
so
more.
good. I know.
People need to do that
You know
more.
that Cody Fry guy?
Yeah,
Who-
with the big arrangement.
And like
of,
his voice,
Eleanor Rigby.
mid.
Yeah,
But
the fact that it's an orchestra,
Yeah.
like the whole film. Yeah,
I'm a
yeah.
fan. I think that for Leve, this was a very strong first album. Only a couple skips, which can't be said for this next album.
DJ Khaled's new album, God Did, or as I like to call it, God Shouldn't Have.
So funny.
God, it is awful. So I was like, you know what? This is a new album. I'm gonna review it.
You should have just
I
stopped.
don't like DJ Khaled to begin with. I'm not a huge hip hop listener, but like, I mean, I love Mac Miller.
Yeah.
but But generally, I'm not like a huge hip hop listener, but I do like it. I appreciate it. But Jesus Christ, DJ Khaled. Oh,
We have a bone. DJ Khaled, if you're watching this right now, don't ever come near us.
Stop. Because DJ Khaled, I mean, he's made some okay songs. Like he had that
Like
little
everything
stint
with Rihanna.
like, everything with Rihanna. He did that little stint with like Justin Bieber, which honestly, like the songs were like bad, but they weren't bad. Like
Not
they
like
were
this
catchy.
bad.
They weren't this bad.
Yeah.
This is just useless. Those got like radio play and stuff. This is useless. So I went through and reviewed it. I just voiced my hatred of a few of the songs. There is one song that's like decent. These Streets Know My Name. Give that one.
I am gonna give
that
it a
one is
listen.
good.
Also, read this article. This is one of, if not the funniest review we have ever posted, and it's like one of the best too.
I don't know what possessed me.
You were just like
couldn't
going. You were
stop.
like,
I was like,
there is something about hating something that makes your writing so much better.
it's
and I
true.
cannot
It's
explain
the
it.
passion. Just,
Yeah, like my Leve album was about how much I loved most of the lyrics, but when I didn't like something, that sentence was just so good.
It's because I feel like there's a smaller selection of like ways to describe things you really enjoy, and then there
That's
is
true.
things you don't like. Because like for something you don't like, you can make some really out there comparison. I compared this album
my
to
God.
laying on a bed of nails in a soundproof pitch black room. But like you can't say that about something
say,
you
like,
love. You
That
can say,
person
like,
is like your first sip of coffee, but that's
yeah,
just like too
but that's-
poetic at some
exactly.
point.
Yeah, it's like, and you're like, it's like laying on a cloud, but that's just corny. Like, what are you gonna say?
because it's so overused.
It's so hard to be like dramatic.
I agree.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's what came out this week.
moving on to
Other
more
news
Creek
at
news.
Creek. Yes.
Homecoming! Woo!
Homecoming!
The dance, the 17th, the theme, Under the City Night Lights. How do we feel about this theme? Me personally, I don't really, because how do you even like use
Yeah.
a theme?
What are you gonna do with that?
Like, it's gonna be the same thing it was last year. A tarp on the ground, a DJ in the corner, people
Yeah,
not
it's not
dancing.
gonna be like decorated for the theme
No.
at all.
If it's done, if people like actually put time and energy into this theme, I think it could be a good thing.
But what are they gonna? Are you talking about the people building Homecoming, like throwing it, or are you talking
Yeah.
about people attending?
No. People like building it. Like, if they really put the time into it and make it like neon lights and
Okay.
like,
But is that under the city lights? Because I hear under the city lights, I'm picturing like romantic Paris at night.
it's
Like
definitely
city
not that.
lights. It's
because
definitely
the
not that,
poster
but I
was
wish
like
it was.
urban areas, like not
Yeah,
Paris.
but it was still like yellow lights, which like gives a certain vibe.
like street lights.
Yeah, versus like neon club lights kind of thing.
I see what you mean. Oh, it could give off a club feeling. I don't know if we're allowed
I
to
don't
do
want
that.
that.
Anyways, the dance is from 8 to 11, and then the low sensory time with like I think less loud music, lights on,
Yeah,
that kind of stuff
yeah.
is from 8 to 8:30. Will you be attending the dance?
I'm not sure yet. I'm honestly just gonna do whatever my friends do. We might go for like a little bit, just take the pictures and like the little
That's
photo
what we're
thing.
doing. Yeah,
and
that's
then
what our group's
leave.
doing. That's exactly what our group's doing.
Yeah.
Because I mean, we went last year and it wasn't horrid.
Yeah.
It was fine.
We went last year and it just got boring.
Yeah.
Like there's not that much to do for a few hours.
Yeah. So that's what I would think. Go to the dance for a little bit, take your pictures.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if you're an
Experience it.
underclassman. Just
Oh
go.
yeah, if you're an underclassman, go. You got
Go.
nothing better to do.
Yeah,
Just
literally.
go.
Just go, experience
Yeah.
it, leave. No one's gonna think
yeah.
less of you for going. Like it's a school dance. Okay.
Yeah.
Now we have the outfits for this week, and honestly,
Yes,
some of
Spirit
these.
Week. Some of these are very.
All right,
severely
Monday, Top
questionable.
Gun. Oh my God, Top Gun Maverick. I saw that movie 3 times in theaters. The
It's
last time I
really
went with
good.
my friend Rose, we were so loud that a lady threw popcorn at us.
But here's my. I love the movie too, right? I love the movie. How do you dress Top Gun?
See, this is what I'm gonna do on Amazon.
Okay.
Air Force outfit, Air Force costume,
Okay.
2-day shipping. Whip it
The
around.
problem is Top Gun is the Navy.
Yeah, but it looks, they wear the same stuff, at least in the movie. And I seriously
Are you
doubt
talking
people
about, like,
can
a flight
look-
suit?
Yeah, literally
Okay,
like a flight suit.
like
And
a
I'm just
flight
gonna like
suit, okay.
tie it on the
Yeah,
bottom
like
and wear like
cinch it,
my
yeah.
like white
Have you already
Peter-esque.
ordered it?
Not yet. So I'm a little bit
It
worried.
might be a bit late.
I know.
There's
We'll
only
see.
a few days.
We'll see.
We'll see. Maybe you could like stop by like Party City or something. They
I
probably have
looked
some
online. The
stuff.
Party City one was like $40.
Jesus.
Like it's
You
expensive.
could like try to find some old jumpsuit and then just DIY like a flight patch on it or something. If worst comes to worst.
That's true. Tuesday, grout
Outfit.
Gray
I
outfit.
did not know that this stood for gray outfit.
I thought it meant
until
Gru.
somebody told me. Me too. And the picture looked kind of like Gru too. It didn't actually, but that's what it was in my brain. Grout fit. Honestly, I have very mixed feelings because it feels very low energy, right?
Me too.
But at the same time, that makes it accessible for most people. Like, if there's one thing I can do, it's put on a gray outfit. So hopefully we'll get more participation. I feel like that was probably the goal with having a
Hopefully,
outfit
but also
day.
like we could have done a different color.
But I feel
A
like
lot of people
gray is
have
such
neutrals. Yeah.
That's the thing. Like, if you did like a, I mean, we already have blue and red on Friday.
That's true.
If you picked some random color, like I don't know, like green or yellow, like it's low chance that people would have like a full outfit of that
I
color.
have a full green outfit.
You're an exception.
Okay, Wednesday Wall Street. I think this should be interesting because the people are going to do it who are going to go ham.
That's true. If you're doing it, you're doing it.
I'm doing it. I'm
You're doing
putting on a little big pantsuit.
Okay.
Doing the slick back hair.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Get
maybe.
a little briefcase.
I think I might. I think I'm gonna have my backpack because God knows I cannot fit those books in that. But we're gonna have a little briefcase on the side too. And it's a Wednesday, so I'll have my lunch in there.
Oh, that'll be convenient actually. That
Really
would be
nice.
convenient. Wall Street. This feels like it was geared very specifically towards FBLA kids. And
Which I am one of now.
I can't really like explain why, because like it's not actually
Or
like
debate
it's Wall
kids.
Street. Yeah, it's
Like they just have
it just
them there.
feels
Yeah.
FBLA debate because if you picture a group of kids at school wearing a suit, it's gonna be the FBLA kids, you know?
Yeah.
The question is, are they gonna show out in their suits or not?
I am.
Yes,
It's
but
my first year doing it
more.
But yeah,
Yeah.
I really hope people get into it. I really hope they do.
I think it's very inaccessible for somebody that doesn't already own like a suit or like formal wear that gives Wall
For
Street.
some of the funny things, you have to go a little bit inaccessible.
Yeah, that's the thing. But Wall Street just feels so obscure to me. I feel like there's
I know,
funnier
but it's
things
like,
they could
yeah,
have picked.
I wish I was seeing like a bunch of TikToks of this guy who was like, "Here's what you should do for Spirit Week," and there were all these great ideas, and one
Yeah.
of them was like Little Miss, Little Miss
Oh,
Sunshine,
yeah.
Little Miss Coffee, whatever.
That would be
Like make
good.
your own shirt, and I thought that was a great idea.
Yeah,
That could have been our Wednesday.
Yeah.
As opposed to Wall Street, but like I'm not. Thursday Minions. Oh, we're done. We already had that dumb, stupid trend where everyone went to
Oh
the movie
my
theaters in
goodness.
suits and dressed up like
Yeah.
minions. Let it die.
yeah.
I don't know. I feel like there's not really much you can do with it. You just either you
Yeah.
just dress up like a minion or you wear a bald cap and look like Groot. Like there isn't really
Yeah.
anything creative to be done with it. If someone dresses up as like a banana, I'll give them $5.
What about like Dr. Nefario?
Ooh, you should do that. Do you have a lab coat? I feel like you have a lab
I
coat.
don't have a lab coat.
You should get a lab coat.
Maybe I will. We'll see.
I want someone to paint themselves fully purple.
I would be like the crazy minions.
Purple.
That's a good idea.
Hair up.
Friday.
Freshmen and juniors are blue. I'm fine with that. I look good in blue. Sophomore, senior, red. I think it's just for the seniors because they have the red shirts that say seniors on them.
Yeah, I mean, this happens every year.
Yeah.
I
I don't really have anything else to say about it.
I guess it's kind of fun, a little school spirit moment. Where it's also supposed to be like Creek spirit wear, spirit gear.
I have so much of that.
I have none.
Shout out to the
I
basketball
have
program for that.
actually none.
Do you want me to give you something?
Maybe.
I'll see what I have that's blue.
And in terms of our,
Oh my god, I can wear my Valor hoodie.
that would be evil.
I know, but I really want to.
That would be so.
I love that hoodie more than life itself. Is it for attention? 100% yes. But it is also one of the comfiest things that I own.
Yeah, that's valid. That's valid. And in terms of our worldly
Oh my
news,
god. Wait, I don't know how to feel about this.
well, we gotta announce it first. Queen Elizabeth II is dead.
R.I.P.
This
Pointing
happened.
down because she is definitely in hell.
This is being filmed on Friday, September 9th. Friday, September 9th. This happened yesterday.
Day.
Where were you when you found out?
Where was I? Oh my god, I was in history class. I had just taken my test that I got a 70% on.
History class.
I whip out my phone.
Mm-hmm.
First thing I see, who texted me?
Oh, you got a text. You
Yeah,
didn't get
I
news
think it was Miss Rose Chambers.
Okay.
One of my friends who was like, the Queen of England died. I'm like, oh. Then I Google it, Queen of England, dead.
I was in the middle of taking a pop quiz in math. And then we finished the quiz, we turned it in, and our teacher was like, the Queen is dead. And we were like, I pulled out my phone, I have all these notifications, like every news source imaginable. So many people have texted me. My parents have been texting me, my friends have been texting me. Like it's a fiasco. And it happened like 20 minutes ago. I was in
Literally.
the middle of the test. So I was 20 minutes late to learning. And I did get a B on the pop quiz.
I think it's her curse. I think she just decided,
Yeah.
I'm gonna take all you guys down with me. Win for Princess Diana though.
Oh yeah,
win for Princess Diana.
I kept saying, I hope Princess Diana is giving her hell up there.
Yeah,
or down.
down.
Well, how are they going to interact?
No, I saw a meme. Are you ready? So it's like Queen Elizabeth on her way up to heaven. Princess Diana at the gates of heaven pushes her down. Like,
just knocks her down.
I thought that was
She's
really
like,
funny.
"Ah."
I also saw a meme of Kobe Bryant crossing her up. It was really funny.
But once again, how is that gonna? That has to happen at the gates.
Yeah, she just got denied, rejected.
And so
really.
they let everybody interact with her, and then they rejected her.
Yeah, I feel like
that's valid. Yeah.
Prince Charles was crowned immediately after. Boo.
Boo.
We, as an institution, well, not as an institution because we're not affiliated with the USJ. Well, our opinions aren't affiliated. But us, too, as an institution, hate Prince Charles.
Hate.
Dusty, musty, crusty.
So awful. He cheated on Princess Diana.
Princess Diana with Camilla. She died in Scotland. Oh, I love Scotland.
Right, so with this, she died in Balmoral Castle, but like, okay, this ties into multiple things. So there's a new prime minister
Liz
who
Truss
was like appointed or whatever.
Anointed,
appointed, I don't know. Do you anoint a prime minister?
elected.
No, but like the actual specific, like shaking hands with the queen. Usually that happens at Buckingham Palace, if I'm not mistaken. But this time, like 3 days ago, it happened at Balmoral Castle because the queen couldn't leave. So her health was already low, right? And then the morning that she died, before she was dead, all the like news was coming out about how she was under medical supervision, and then how all the family were coming and visiting her. So I was like, the dots are connecting, but I still didn't expect it to happen so quickly.
Me too, because like the things that woman has been through now, she dies
Right.
in a castle in Scotland. Like she lived through COVID, and like
she lived. Okay, can we just talk about the fact that the man she was married to for 73 years died like a year ago?
I know.
Like, I mean, obviously Prince Philip is awful, but like, imagine being married to someone for 73 years and then they just die and they're just gone.
And then like, what do you do?
Exactly. Like, I feel it's like a common thing for like old people to like die shortly after each other, right? Because of like the heartbreak and stuff. How'd she make it a whole like, was it like a year and a few months? He died in like April of 2021. How did she do that and then just die?
I know.
Like it doesn't add up.
Yeah, I'm thinking there's a little bit. I am gonna call it the royal family. I think something suspicious went on, and that something happened to Queen Elizabeth to make her die at 96. Other than heartbreak. Now it could have just been old age, but we've been saying it for a while. Like, why isn't she dying of old age? So I feel like there's something.
And think about how stressful her life has been.
I know.
Like, stress makes people die faster. That's
and
like scientific.
Harry, we're gonna die so young. Are you kidding?
Who?
Us.
Oh my god. Oh.
Anyways,
Liz Truss, new Prime Minister of the UK.
a conservative yet again. Honestly, I think London, the UK is such a blank show right now. Like, energy prices are through the roof. This is happening. Someone said that there's gonna be like $1 million funeral for Elizabeth that the taxpayers have to pay for. I'm like, now hear me out. I know the royal family is all about tradition. What if we get rid of the monarchy? Like, let's ponder that for a second.
That's not gonna happen because like everybody's way too entrenched in it.
But like, why?
Because it's been like thousands.
They're a bunch of ugly people who like get paid so much money.
They just keep getting uglier too.
I know. I think it's the inbreeding.
For sure, 100%. I don't think that can be refuted.
On behalf of us here at The Week at Creek and the Union Street Journal, we want to encourage you to read the news. Oh my God, it's not that hard. Sign up for the AP Morning Wire. Every morning you get a little email. I read before class, so if someone's peeking over my shoulder, they can see how smart I am in the news. And for my news quizzes that I have every Friday. I know so much about the world.
While that might not apply to you specifically, you might not have a news quiz every Friday. It is a bonus when people think you're smart, and it is a bonus to know what's going on in the world and know it from trusted sources.
That is true.
If you don't get it from the AP, if you get it from other sources, be conscious of whether or not they lean in a certain direction. And if they do, like say it's the New York Times and it's left-leaning, read something that's right-leaning to balance it.
Or just read something in the middle. And please, please, please support the USJ here by liking and subscribing. And also subscribing to our magazine as well that comes out every quarter. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching.
Bye.